And welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival Alpha 10.5 stable. Project E19, I'm an old guy gaming, and in this episode, we're going to do some building. It's time for me to get my ass in gear and get our A-frame and our structures built. But before we do that, I wanted to show you guys something really cool. If you watched the last episode, you will know that I found a wrecked capital vessel on the moon with a crap ton of thrusters on it. And as a result, I completely disassembled that entire ship down to the very last block. I showed some of that in the last episode, but I didn't show all of it. And now we've got a lot of options in our factory. So what I think I'm going to do first is I think I'm going to spawn in the warp shuttle first. As you can see, we've got an abundance of resources for that. And if you haven't watched any of the previous episodes, basically the warp shuttle is just a very small capital vessel that has a docking area that's large enough to hold a small vessel and a hover vessel. In addition to that, it does have two miniguns as well. I do need to do a little bit of upgrading to it, though. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. And you can see that it's basically going to insta-spawn in because of all the hull blocks that we put in the factory. So we're going to bring this in first, and then after we bring this in, hopefully we have enough left over to bring in our miner. That's going to be the second thing. And then the third thing that we'll bring in is the J-Jet. Now, the thing about the J-Jet, though, which is kind of my workhorse build, a small vessel build here in Empyrion, is that, where is it at? Version 7. The problem with the J-Jet is that it requires, the silicon and copper, the carbon is no big deal. That's just not a big deal. But these two are going to be the tough ones. Now, the good thing, though, is we don't need a bunch of this stuff. So, but we are going to have to come across it somehow, some way, in order to bring in the J-Jet itself. And then this I'm going to need to be doing some upgrading on, too. It has been upgraded to Alpha 10, but I want to do some more things on it. It basically does not have very much storage space, and we can increase the storage space on it significantly. So that's kind of the plan. But we are going to start, guys, with the warp shuttle. So let's grab that guy, put it in the factory, and get it going. And boom, it is done. That's awesome. Okay, let's go to our early game miner, the Camu miner. And let's send that to the factory. And we're just a little tiny bit shy on carbon substrate and copper ingots. So now that we, of course, brought those two in, we are going to have to grind some more for the J-Jet. But that's okay, because we can't bring it in yet anyway, due to the missing Erestrum and Zascosium. But we will come across it eventually. Okay, so we needed some substrate and some ingots. So let's make some of those. Let's just make... here, let's turn that on. And I don't remember how many I needed. I didn't need very many. We'll turn that on and queue up a little bit of that stuff too. You were making fuel, but I guess we are now finally out of raw promethium. However, we've got, it's like 713 fuels in here and 286 in there. Oh, wait a second. This goes in here. Okay. I know I could connect to it, but I'm not going to because I like to do things the hard way sometimes. Okay, so we got a full stack of fuel packs and 4 more on top of that. That's amazing. That's a lot of fuel, you guys. That's gonna hold us in good stead for quite some time. And there is more promethium to be had too. In fact, we're getting promethium meteorites on the moon, which is one of the reasons why I want to get this miner in, so that we can put it on the capital vessel, the warp shuttle, and take it up into space. Okay, so let's grab the here, that and that. We'll go into here. We only need like 12. You know what? Let's just throw all of it in there. And copper, Yeah, what the hell? Let's just throw all that in there too. We got lots of copper. Okay, so because we put ingots in, this is going to take 47 minutes. Remember, I'm on the hardest difficulty setting, so blueprints take a lot longer. So let's go ahead and get the production started on that. And then when that's done, we'll be able to spawn both of those in. Okay, so that takes care of that. Now, the main focus of this episode is going to be building. We're going to start working, get back to work on our A-frame. And I got to thinking, I was at work today, and I got to thinking about something. And you know what I might want to do? I haven't tested this in advance. I just, it's just a thought that came to me while I was at work. And that is, I might go ahead and run this top block all the way out, and we'll do like 2 levels on the central building. And then what we could do is the bottom level will be the crafting area, and then the top level will be our living quarters. And then off to the left, I'm planning on building a farm, and off to the right, I'm planning on building a large landing pad for our vessels. That's the general idea for this first part of the base. Now remember, this is only stage 1 of my master build plan, assuming we stay on this planet for the whole rest of the season, which, that hasn't been determined yet. But if we do, a few episodes ago, I was in the small vessel and I kind of showed you guys what what was in my head. Up there in the forest, if you're not familiar with this island, there's, it's surrounded by those big, rainforest trees, but then out in the middle, it's more open. And so the plan was that I was going to build like a big, gigantic spaceport manufacturing facility and so on and so forth in that area. And then this would turn into, eventually, when it's all said and done, this would kind of just turn into more of a beach house, vacation home, bungalow type of place. But for now, this is going to be our main functional base. So I have made up quite a few wood blocks, and those should be in the output. Yeah, we got 800 in there. Do we have anything in general? Yeah, we got 54 in general. So let's go back to output and just throw everything in there, and then we're going to connect to output and put these right down here. Okay, guys. So I think what I'm going to do for the rest of this episode is I think we're going to do some time lapse. So I'm going to put some tunes on. I'm going to speed things up. I'm going to shut my yap, and I'm just going to build, and I hope you guys enjoy the montage here. Okay, so I'll see you back here in a little while. Let's do this. All right, guys. So I'm pretty much finished with the the exterior of the A-frame. Lots of interior work still need to do. So let me kind of let you know what's going to happen next. First of all, if you noticed in the video, I widened this out on the block, so all of this stuff is going to get pushed back. So I'm going to have to do that. But basically, you know, this will, you know, remain the crafting area over here. This will probably be like the kitchen area, and this will probably be like the, you know, the medical, you know, bathroom type of area over there. Once I get all that stuff in place, then I'm either going to use stairs or elevators to get to the upper floor, but I don't want to do that yet until I figure out where stuff's going to get set up down here. And then if we go up this way, what we're going to do up here is, this is our living quarters, and so up here I'll put, you know, like a bed and a couch and a sofa and the TV and all the amenities and luxuries of life and that sort of thing. Maybe we'll put like some chairs out here on the deck so we can watch the beautiful sunset. That is a very beautiful sunset too, by the way. And then you know, just kind of keep working. We'll put some lights in here too, of course, and just kind of keep working on the A-frame here. But what we're going to do next in terms of the main structure, though, is out to this side. I'm going to build a greenhouse. I haven't really decided yet. Hold on a second. My family's texting me left and right here. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna put a greenhouse structure out here. I don't know if I'll make another A-frame or not. I haven't really decided. My tentative plan for the moment is to put another like little platform out in this area, and also another one on the other side, and we'll put solar panels down here. I gotta put that on do not disturb. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so I think we'll put solar panels there, and we'll put the max solar panels down, which I think is 15. Since that's an odd number, what I might do is I might put a few maybe all the way up on the roof too, just so we have an even number on both sides. So we'll have like a little platform for those. We're gonna build a defense tower. Probably, I'm not sure. We'll probably build the defense towers. We'll either do 2 on the opposite corners diagonally, or we'll do a total of 4. I haven't really decided. Now, I'm not expecting the Xerax to attack. I mean, they're not even present on this planet. And you know, the attack mechanic works in that if you destroy the drone base, then the attack stops. Well, there isn't even a drone base to begin with, so I don't think they're going to come. But we're going to build it, you know, for that anyway. Well, not necessarily for Xerax specifically, but for defense, because you know, later on we might actually want to mix it up with the Talon. I don't believe the Polaris have an attack your base mechanic, at least not yet, but the Talon now do here in Alpha 10.5. So you know, we might mess with that a little bit later. But probably the defense towers will be the last thing I'll do, because they're really not essential. Unless the game absolutely surprises me and spawns a Xerax in, and then they attack us. But they probably would have done that already, just because we've been up and powered for a long time now. But I don't really know that for sure. In fact, you know what we could do? Let's look at this. It didn't even occur to me to look at this until now. Yeah, see, there's no drone base, so there's no probability that we will get attacked. And of course, we're buddies with the Talon. So yeah, defense towers, maybe. We'll see. One reason why I would do that is if I ever decided to actually blueprint this place and spawn it in on another beach somewhere in the future, you know, then of course it would have the defense towers. But that's going to be our lowest priority. Okay, so then out here, I'm just going to build a huge concrete pad. That's why I got the concrete blocks cooking up in there, and that's going to be our landing pad. So when we come in from space or whatever, we'll be able to land and park our vessels on the pad there. And then up on the land there, kind of where, you know, back where the core is. By the way, I'm going to move the core down into the base, so I'm not going to leave it up there. That's where I'm going to build, you know, our factory, our shipbuilding factory. And I might even see if I can try and spawn that in from my vanilla series. Haven't really decided yet. What I might do is I might make a backup copy of my vanilla game, go into the backup copy, make a couple of modifications because there's a couple of things on that factory that I wouldn't need to or want to bring in, you know, to this world, and then do a special blueprint of it, and then maybe spawn it in here. So I don't know, haven't decided yet. We'll see, but that gives you a basic idea of what's coming up here. And then of course we got a lot of decoration and stuff to do too. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that video, that little montage. That was fun, and I'm gonna keep working on this. I don't know if I'll show all or some or maybe none of the other builds, because I mean that's going to be nothing but a big concrete slab. Now we'll do a little bit of decoration. We'll put some rails up on it and some, you know, parking spots, you know, texture it and that sort of thing, but it's really not going to be that much more than a big concrete slab. You know, putting solar panels down here is not a big deal. Building the farm out to that side, you know, I mean, it's going to be another building. I am going to use as much glass as I can just because it's going to look cool and be like a greenhouse, but you know, we'll see. I can't really ask your guys' opinion because I'm recording these about a week. You know, I'm about a week ahead of you, week and a half ahead of you. So we'll see. I might show a little bit more of the camera, or I might just hammer it out all off camera and just show you guys the end result. So we'll have to see how that goes. Just kind of depends on how I'm feeling about it, I guess. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Share out the video and leave comments. Those things do help the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. All right, we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.